Hugs that then turn into humping us. Who would do that? So today we're going to look at things that guys think women like, but they don't actually like. So ladies, if you're watching this, you can confirm the accuracy of these statements or let me know what I missed. And guys, take notes. Some of these are things that you can actually learn from, and the other things are like, yo, what guy is doing this? There are some supervillains in this world, but hopefully this video can reduce the number of them. And without further ado, let's get right into it. I really don't like when guys are so insistent on paying on the first date. I'm someone who hates being in debt to people, and having the guy pay makes me feel like I owe him something at the end of the night. Even if that's not the case, it shifts the power balance, and that makes me uncomfortable. I guess what I'm saying is it's always nice to offer, but if she says no, then just deal with your stuff and split the check. It doesn't make you less of a man. Okay, that's pretty controversial, I gotta say. Me personally, I like to pay on the first date. I think it's a combination of gender roles and me wanting to pay for the person that I like. I feel like if guys are that insistent on paying, it's just so they can show you that they like you. Either that, or they really do expect something afterwards. Cause bro, it's a lot of people like that, if I'm being honest. I've seen videos where the dude is like, am I getting lucky tonight? And she's like, nah. And he's like, okay, yes, split the check. Some are joking, some aren't joking. Like, a lot of dudes really will not pay for the girl if you're not getting anything later. Okay, this is one date. This is the first date. I don't see how that's shifting the power balance. If I pay for one singular date, that's, like, I could see if it was like 20, 30 dates where I just didn't let you open your wallet. Okay, I guess the power balance might be a little different, but one date? Come on. I'm curious as to how many women agree with this, because I don't know about this one. It's like an unwritten rule that the guy pays on the first date. It's so embedded into society that the guy should pay on the first date, especially if he invited her out. I don't know. Ladies, what do you think? If a girl declines my offer to want to pay for the first date, I'm not going to feel like I'm less of a man. I'm going to kind of feel like she doesn't really like me as much. It's almost sending the message like, don't bother paying for me because you're not seeing me again. It's kind of like, hey, save your money, go spend it on another girl, not me. I would just kind of assume that she doesn't like me as much, or she didn't really enjoy the date. I mean, again, if she heavily insists on paying her half of the food, then I'm not going to get into a full-blown argument with her. I'm just going to let her do her thing. But yeah, if I'm taking a girl out, especially for the first time, the default is me paying for the date. That's just what I want to do for her. Not because I want anything in return, just because I want to pay for somebody that I like. I want to make somebody that I like feel special. That's what it is for me. Your cologne, Jesus Christ. Spray the lightest mist in front of you and step through it once before you dress. That is all you need. Stop freaking dousing yourself in it. You don't smell good, and you are choking everyone around you with the obnoxious scent and triggering my migraines. That goes for women too. Sometimes you can smell people from across the room. It goes for both genders, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to fragrances, less is more. People don't need to smell you when you enter a room. It's more like when you give them a hug, they can smell you. I've seen this issue with both genders, but I must say, I have seen it more frequently with women. One time, one of my female friends was riding in the backseat of my car, and then shortly after, my car was in the shop for a week and a half. And once I got it back, I still smelled her perfume in the backseat of the car. Do you know how crazy that is? And that's secondhand application. She sprayed it onto her body, and then it went onto the seats. So to smell it after a week and a half, that's nuts. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even tell you what it was like to be in the car with that. You guys are doing yourself a disservice by spraying that much fragrance, men and women. First of all, you pay more money because you're using more of your fragrance. They're not cheap, trust. Me personally, I do 2 sprays on my shoulders, and that's pretty much it. That's really it. If somebody gives me a hug, they're gonna smell it. If I walk past somebody, that walk past air is gonna hit them. That's just enough for me. I don't need to be all the way in the back of the lecture hall and my professor down on the stage smells me. I don't need all that. Hopefully anybody that watches this can chill out with the spraying. The devastating run that Axe body spray went on in middle school, it was this, but Axe body spray. When somebody's doused in cologne or perfume, at least it smells good. It's just too much of it. But if you're doused in Axe body spray, it's not only too much of it, but it doesn't smell good. You're making it to where nose hair will never ever grow on my nose again. I'm very glad that we got out of the Axe body spray phase, but please let's get out of the drowning yourself in fragrance phase. We gotta move on as a people. Reckless driving. Every date I've ever been on where a guy has to come pick me up, he has freaking sped way over the speed limit and did that one arm leaning on the window, the other on the wheel thing. Are you trying to freaking kill me? What the heck? I never understood why guys would drive like a crazy person with the woman in the car, like trying to impress them or whatever. You're doing the exact opposite. You're scaring her. She's fearing for her life. You're actually just giving the message that you don't care about her or her life or your own. Then they got the music blasting on top of that. She's like, hey, slow down a little bit, but you can't hear her because the bass is blasting through her entire skeleton. She's gripping the handhold. Yeah, women aren't impressed by fast and reckless driving, bro. Me personally, I would rather get called a slow driver than a fast driver by a woman, and I have been. Like, whenever I have a woman or really anybody in my car, I'm not driving over the speed limit. I'm going at the speed limit or a little bit slower. Like, if you had a baby in your car, are you driving the speed limit or are you driving 20 over the speed limit? Exactly. You want to protect the baby. Keep that same attitude when you have a woman in your car. Protect them. You know, the baby isn't impressed by the fast speeds. Why would the woman be? I've literally, like, dropped women off at places, going the speed limit, and as soon as they get out of the car, and then I can go the speed I want to go. But, you know, if I have somebody in the car, their life is in my hands. Why am I speeding and swerving and drifting and stuff, weaving through cars? No, bro, she's not impressed. Stop doing that, guys. Y'all are so thirsty. Dang, stop with the fireworks. They're gonna do that for like the next 2 weeks, all the way up until like what, 5 in the morning, bro. Stop. Getting aggressive towards people, that's not impressive or manly. It's scary as heck, with one caveat. Arbitrary aggression for something stupid like someone accidentally bumping into you one time is bad. If somebody bumps into you, you don't gotta blow up on them to impress your girl. It's not impressive. It's not manly. Like, literally, I see a lot of videos where this happens, where a guy will like try to get all tough and big and strong for his girl when something very small happens that was clearly an accident, and she's like in distress trying to hold her boyfriend back, like, oh my gosh, stop, leave him alone, it's okay, sorry. Like, you know, she's like really trying to diffuse the situation, but the guy's just so set on impressing his girlfriend that he just like, you can't turn off his go mode. I'm like, she's clearly in distress and you're just getting so aggressive. A lot of these things that I'm about to talk about are actually scary to women, but guys think they're impressed by it. I don't know. But yeah, getting into unnecessary fights and just being reckless and aggressive is not impressive to women. Every time this happens, she's clearly in distress, trying to get in between them, trying to calm you down. Please stop. She's not like sitting down with a bucket of popcorn hoping you can put B to A. Like, she's not happy to see what's going on. Now, if somebody like comes up and is aggressive towards your girl, somebody puts their hands on your girl, that's your green light. You can be as aggressive as you want. I ain't gonna lie. Not only did you hurt my girl, but you disrespected me. So yeah, do as you please. That is your green light to do whatever you want. Not whatever you want. I saw a video like somebody had like meta glasses on and they came up bothering a couple, and the girlfriend was like, yo, chill, like, we're not trying to do all that, just go away. The guy wasn't being aggressive towards the person that was bothering them, and then like the guy that was bothering them asked the girl to do a 360, and then he turned around to his girl. He's like, if you do a 360, I'm gonna beat you. Like, he got aggressive towards his girl. Whole time the girl is like defending him and trying to defuse the situation, but he directed that aggression towards his girlfriend instead of the guy that was pressing them. I'm like, what? She ended up walking away. Just on a regular basis, do whatever you can to avoid altercations and fights, especially when you got a girl with you, because, you know, she just doesn't want to see that. The whole situation is scary because things like that can escalate. So do your best to avoid fights. Like, the best way to win a fight is to run. It's to run, literally. Unless you have no choice at all, like you're being abducted or something, yeah, you got to fight for your life. But if somebody bumps into you, steps on your shoe, why are you swinging at them? Why are you up in pole, bro? Like, chill. So fellas, tone down the aggression around your girl. Frowning or looking alpha in pictures. Nearly every dating site picture has a guy, backwards baseball cap, sternly looking at camera. Sunglasses optional. I want to date somebody who's friendly and can smile. I can be guilty of this sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I have a good mix of smiling pictures and just serious pictures, but those of you that do this in every picture, how do you feel realizing that women don't like this? How do you feel realizing that they want somebody who's friendly and not scary and staring into your soul? A very small percentage of the guys that do this might not like their smile, but the others just want to look cool. Literally another thing that guys do that they think women like, but it actually scares them. So guys, if you're watching this, smile more, look friendly, look approachable. As a short woman, it's you're cute when you're mad. I'm upset. I'm expressing pain. It shouldn't be an endearing moment, but something you take seriously. Dang, they're crashing out about this. They're so cute. My opinion is that guys would say this to maybe diffuse the situation. They think flattery will take them out of the anger. I can definitely see how that would make somebody even more upset. You're kind of belittling their emotions. Not a very smart thing to say, when your girl is mad. I'm sorry, that reminds me of one of my other videos where the dude was like, you're so pretty when you cry. Him after the abuse, which made me cry. Excessive amounts of muscles, sure, there are some women into it, but personally it's a big turnoff for me. Now when she says excessive amounts of muscles, I'm just gonna assume she's talking about steroid use. No, unnatural muscle, like bodybuilder, you know? I've seen a lot of street interviews where they'll be like, okay, which body type do you like? And it'll be like a regular shredded body, and then it'll be a dad bod. And a lot of girls pick the dad bod for like cuddling purposes. 9 out of 10 women are gonna say that they don't want a C-bone type body. Anytime a dude trains to look like that to attract other people, those people are gonna be men. Other men. Now if you exercise and build muscle to your highest natural potential, that might be more desirable. I mean, yeah, I kind of see where they're coming from. Biceps like wider than their entire waist, veins popping out of them, heavy breathing like a dog constantly. When you're snuggling and they put your hand down to their D, or they just start secretly humping you, and if you call them out on it, they get verbally abusive. I was always uncomfortable with how often men try and make me notice their boner. Like, it's not impressive or sexy, it's creepy and borderline assault. Oh my gosh, I hate this. If I want to touch it, I know where it's at and how to find it. It says it's creepy and borderline assault. That's not borderline, that's assault. Secretly humping you. And then you get verbally abusive when they tell you to stop. What kind of men are y'all hanging out with? And you just said that this happens often. This is a frequent occurrence for you. I'm sorry that men do this to you a lot. Because what? I don't know what they think they're doing with that, who they're impressing. They're definitely not impressing anybody with being verbally abusive. I thought this was common knowledge, but fellas, if a girl is snuggling with you, that does not mean she's going. Even if you're cuddling and you're trying to set a mood, escalate things a little bit, why are you going straight to pulling their hand down to your meat? Why are you going straight to humping? I think you're skipping some steps there, bro. Unsolicited humping. You'd want to give him a little smooch first. Even if you've done something with that woman before, you still don't want to just jump the gun. You feel me? She might have consented in that one instance, but consent is a continuous thing. It's not like a singular checkbox contract in the beginning. I don't know what kind of dudes you snuggle with, but I'm sorry you keep attracting them. And then there's replies relating to this. That's crazy. That's not just a you thing. I have a list prepared. Oh, brother. Men think that foreplay is rubbing your CLIT super fast like he's a DJ scratching a record. Where's my hug? You should smile more. We don't want to hear you constantly talk stuff about your ex either. Are you still obsessed? No, I don't actually want a bunch of stupid cheap gifts in lieu of you actually paying attention to my interests. Edit to add. And no, I'm not playing hard to get. I literally want you to leave me alone. So yeah, that's not quite foreplay. I don't really want to promote foreplay and like sex on my page. All I'm going to speak on that is take things slow and watch your partner's responses. Moving on, where's my hug at? If you got to ask that question, you got to reevaluate, bro. Where my hug at? Like, dude, if you have to remind her or ask her to get a hug, she probably doesn't want to hug you, bro. You like almost demanding one, that's not making it better. That's not going to make her want to hug you next time she sees you. That's going to make her want to avoid you, actually. She might not have a clever excuse for where your hug is the first time, but trust, she will find another one next time. I actually don't know where your hug is. Let me help you look for it. You should smile more. You really shouldn't say that to anybody, because you don't know what they have going on in their life. There could be something serious that they're going through that'll make them not really want to smile. They might just not like their smile. Who knows? On that one, you just gotta leave people alone. It's mostly like older guys saying that you should smile more, sweetheart. Constantly talking negatively about your ex, that's a red flag. That's a good question. Yeah, are you still obsessed with your ex? If you feel the need to constantly bring them up, you obviously didn't heal from that last relationship. Now, me personally, I'm not somebody that likes to share women. I'm not somebody that likes to fight over women with other dudes. So, you only got a couple times to talk about your ex before I'm dipping. I'm out of there. Giving stupid, cheap gifts instead of like actually... About the stupid cheap gifts, that's pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. It's not that hard to pay attention to what they actually like. You can get them a more personalized gift and not just go to Five Below and get them some crap. Just ask them what they like, write it down, and move accordingly. But if a girl is playing hard to get, the vast majority of the time, she just does not want you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No, she didn't take a 13-hour nap, bro. She just doesn't want you. Get out of her DM. Stop talking to yourself in your DM. And dudes will just not pick up on body language, and it'll make me so mad. I'll see those Meta AI glasses videos, and then they'll walk up to a girl, and their whole body will be faced away from the guy the whole time. And they just keep talking, keep going in, trying to get their number. I'm like, bro, stop. She doesn't want you. They will walk up to a girl who's walking, and she'll continue on her walk. She won't stop and talk to them because she's like running away from them low key. She's fleeing from them, and you're just actively pursuing them when she clearly doesn't want you, bro. I'm shaking my head. I hate to see it, but yeah, bro. If she's playing hard to get out. My guy, simple as that. Hugs that then turn into humping us. In my 20s, I had a guy do this to me after a lunch date in a public parking lot. He was giving me a goodbye hug and then thrust his pelvis against me in broad daylight. I left immediately after. Absolutely bizarre and gross. Pepper spray, yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, Valentine, why are you humping? Like, what man thinks that women like that? And first of all, in a public server with people looking, eyes everywhere. It doesn't matter where. It's strange regardless of the location, but to do this in a public parking lot and give not a care in the world, come on, man. What are we doing? I really want to know what he expected to happen. What did he think was going to happen? That she was going to feel his strokes and be like, ooh, yeah, do this to me in public. I don't care who sees. I like an audience. And just start like doing it back, shaking her hips against. You thought she was going to start stripping right here in broad daylight? Oh, let's go to your place right now. Oh my God. So either he's just an idiot and has never encountered a woman and doesn't know what to do when talking to a woman, or women in his past let him do that and fed into it. So I don't know. Either way, those are both pretty bad realities. And this is not a guy that should be out here in the streets dating. Hopefully this video somehow gets back to him and he's like, yo, I was wildin' that day. Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. I don't know, just a thought. Again, even if you have done things in the past, that is not a green light to do crazy things like this. Consent is a continuous thing. Loud cars. The majority of us don't care in the slightest about your 1997 souped out Subaru sedan with a muffler that sounds like a rock shaking in a Pringles can. I don't know who these loud car guys think they're impressing with these mufflers that shatter the eardrums of everybody in a 10-mile radius, whether they're indoor or outdoor. I'm not sure what that's about. Some dudes will have the loud car and reckless driving combo that we talked about earlier. Bro, they'll have the music blasting, not only the music, but the engine revving at 1 million decibels, and they'll be in a school zone, weaving in between people, going 180, avoiding most children. Yeah, bro, who are you impressing? Like, turn that down a little bit. I can't hear the ambulance that I have to get out of the way for. I can't even hear the music in my own car. I can't hear myself think. If I had a nickel for every time I've been woken up by a loud car, I'd have a lot of money. Yeah, they're pretty much impressing other dudes with loud cars. That's a loud car community, and that's who they're impressing. Not women, not regular civilians, only people with loud cars. D-pics. Unsolicited D-pics. Women love those, especially when the conversation has nothing to do with sex or anything sexual. They love those. Just like plop it right in the middle of the conversation. They love that. Why do y'all do that? I have no idea what they think is gonna happen when the girl receives that. Just out of the blue. You know, no build up, no nothing. You didn't ask if she wanted one. I don't know what she's gonna do with that. Oh, thank you. You know, I've been thinking about it all day, man. I've just been hoping you'd send one. Like, what is she gonna say? Again, either you're an idiot and you have no idea what women like, or you just rock with questionable women in the past that actually like unsolicited pictures. It would be like the self-proclaimed nice guys that be sending those kind of things too. You can't trust them. They'll act nice, but really, like, behind closed doors, they want one thing. They're not nice at all. They're just pretending. It's all fun and games on the outside, but they're evil on the inside. So evil. So those are a few things that men think women like, but they don't actually like. I'm hoping you guys learned some things from this video. Ladies, let me know what you think. I feel like a lot of these were self-explanatory, but honestly, you never know. Some dudes have different viewpoints on different things. Next video is a Q&A, you know, getting to know Josh, so you can ask me some questions. Don't ask me anything crazy. Just ask questions that you would like to know, and I will answer the ones that aren't absolutely insane. So yeah, there's a Google form in the description of this video. Ask away. I'm kind of nervous for what you guys are gonna ask me, but hey man, we'll see in a little bit. Only one way to find out. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate your support. Thank God, and I'll see you next time.